start recording, and that looks good. We are in the green. And welcome back, everyone from the YubTubs. How are you all doing? We've just been discussing the 5.2 trailer with Stream at the moment, which is gonna like pretty severely date this because it's probably gonna come up again, and a lot of you are gonna be sitting there in like patch 7.1, just kind of laughing and shaking your head at our dumb theories. But we're all pretty like mind blown about the whole Bozjar and Dalamud stuff at the moment. So if you've done that content, holy shit, I bet it's pretty good, huh? No? Just me? Hell yeah. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? What? I could have sworn. Oh no, you know what? I think we were supposed to be back at the Pendants, having a rest at the Pendants. Yes, there we go, down there. All right, ignore me, I'm stupid. It's been a couple of days. I've barely streamed all week because my CFS has just been kicking my ass so hard this week, like so much harder than it has in probably like 6 months, which fucking sucks, but probably better that it's happening now and not happening like at the beginning of 5.2, you know? So it's all right. Did they see the Bozjar thingy is like Eureka? Yeah, it seems like they're taking the good parts of Eureka and applying them to Bozjar. But it's like there's going to be a story, and then in subsequent parts from like 5.35 onwards, you can stick around and grind if you want to upgrade your weapon, but you don't have to. Oh, I know what we're getting to. An unwelcome guest. Begging your pardon, sir, but you perchance intend to head outside. If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakelands. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what? I was just in the Ocular and he wasn't there. This is the craziest thing. He was not actually there. Yeah, there'll be like a Eureka-like zone in 5.35. That seems to be what they're getting at. But it's gonna be one of the like occupied territories. And rather than going around beating up wind sprites or whatever, we're probably gonna be going around beating up Garleans, and it's gonna be heckin' dope. It's gonna be like a war zone. That's what I'm hoping, anyway.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I remember first time playing through this having just like not being able to understand why the Crystarium were not occupying Laxon Loft, given that a lot of the ruins around Lakelands, they've set up, you know, watchtowers and garrisons and stuff like that, and Laxon Loft is in such a good strategic position. But now that we know that Laxon Loft was the seat of power of the Shadowkeeper, it kind of makes sense that no one wants to go anywhere near it. Even though people kind of see the Shadowkeeper, I think like the mythological concept is that the Shadowkeeper was the one that kind of kept the darkness, and you know, Ardbert and crew were villains for defeating them. But I'm sure there's still some like very real sort of superstitious reason for wanting to steer clear of it.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
Oh, you guys know who this is.
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter.
I love how Exile is immediately like, oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh, not this guy.
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Oof.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before VOR3's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
It is noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry. Excuse me? You what?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it.
Ah, he keeps saying that,
Best that you
Exarch.
seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Oh, Ranji totally saw us, yeah. You know, I'm still not sure. I still haven't got him figured out in the whole Gukumats thing, right? Like, are they dragons of Midgard Zorma's brood? Would explain why he's so powerful. You know, being asunder, being only one shard. The only like really powerful beings here are powerful in virtue of, you know, having like a bunch of umbral ether. So either Ranjit has just been like shelfing Mule like crazy, or else his soul melding or whatever it is with his familiar is a massive power boost. And if it is somehow one of Midgard Zorma's brood or descendants of one of Midgard Zorma's brood, it kind of makes sense. Because we're pretty sure that Midgard Zorma is unsundered. Yeah, I've been wondering a lot about dragons on the first, and where they've come from, whether they've evolved naturally, whether they're descendants of one of the brood that kind of hopped over here, whether they came out of the Crystal Tower, you know, whether they're descendants of the Allergan captured Mericidians that were in the tower and they only appeared 100 years ago. Unanswered questions there. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warriors of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light, and it would be my pleasure to assist. After I've finished off with some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. I will have some crayons for you, as usual. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter also for dummies. The artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia if they are, as you obviously are, completely illiterate. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. Hi, Pingu. I'm doing great. How are you? How are you doing? Could be the way chakras manifest for the monk analog order on the first he's trained with. Perhaps. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna be like part of it. I don't know. He's a mystery. He was an interesting character. I don't think he's coming back though. I really don't. I think it would be I don't know. I don't want them to do like a Xenos kind of thing with him. Ramu kind of looks like Ranji. That's a fair point actually. Yeah, kind of does. Rework Monk? Why does Monk need a rework? Monk's doing great. Have you found the book? I sure have. I mean, he's not wrong that the artwork is really nice in this one. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Yeah, it is. It is earlier, yeah. Without further ado then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Novrant. As all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace. Then how do they know her name? But 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Novigrad on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Ulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. For by that time, under Lord Vothry's rule, Ulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in Ulmoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Ethys, outside? I have so many questions. Why do the Leveilleurs always do this? No, actually, that's enough lore. No, we're done. Nah. We left Charlane for this shit, alright? As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelland's emissary to halt the flood of light. It can only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they're not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. Just so happens I agree with you. Quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelland's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Ethys? One's generally been enough, but fine. No, I'm a bit more modest than that. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Ulmoran forces at Laxenloft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Ulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. You what? You what?
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand.
I love it how it takes Eorzea like 20 years to commit to war against Garlemald. And the Crystarium is just like, what? Ranjit showed up to have a chat? Fuck, let's go.
But so long as hope burns in our hearts,
He's
we'll fight
on.
regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for?
Hell yeah. Yeah, Kitty, we did, we talked about the trailer at the beginning of stream.
Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost. But even should the rest of the world give in to despair...
But it is not this day! I mean, sorry, Morin, go on.
We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Alright, like, you made a decent swing at it, Morin, but, Aragon's was better.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
I would like to, Mad Guns, if I have time to.
Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmore's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmore wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
These guys are also like much better at strategizing than the Eorzean Alliance, I think. Rabon's like, we get in there and I swing at him with my big sword and we kill him. Yeah. And then we see some more of them and we run at them and
Very good. Siege your
I hit him with my big sword and we kill him.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, Lena is so tall. I don't remember it being this tall next to my Ellison. She's like 9 feet. Holy shit. So, you'll be joining the guard. But however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? It's not really a... better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Well, I mean, one of his arms is made of crystal. It's kind of difficult. Now, first things first, you'll need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mine and report to Cutlass. She'll see you measured and fitted. Alright. I want like a Gimli moment where I'm handed like a person-sized hauberk. Alright, okay. This character's on Primal, yeah, this is my alt. My main's on Odin, on Light. Hey Ryan, thank you so much for 32 months of support, holy heck. Alright, Catless, what you got for me? Ah, there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right, this way. We'll see to you look your dashing best for your first outing. It's not really the point, but okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. I don't know. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. I'm doing grand, Ryan. How are you? As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Their safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents. One deploying from Fort Job and the other from the Hostile Imperative. You and Alfino will join the former. Ethys, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamile at Spagirix. She'll issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery, after you've collected the serum, of course. Oh, that's fantastic, Ryan. Congratulations. That's really good, mate. That's really, really good. What is this? Late Allegan Coat of Healing. Why have I not seen this before? Is this like a new... Oh, it's a new PvP gear. Ah, shit, that's pretty cool. That is pretty heckin' cool. Alright, can I jump down to Spagirix from up here? I don't think I can I? I think we need to go around this way. Winner of the gear design contest they held a while back. Ah, okay.
Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be Crone's kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So, I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss.
Creepy old bat. Jeez. Alright.
Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back.
Thanks. Okay, now we need to go up to the Rookery. Okay. Man, I'm already halfway through level 78. Oh my goodness. When do you guys reckon I'll hit 80? Because I reckon I'll hit 79, like, at latest, I'd say during Don Meg.
Yes? What do you require of me? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation.
I'm part of the coming operation, you dingus. That's why I need it.
But wait, there might be another way, assuming you are willing to lend a hand. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the Amaro for departure at once.
Okay. Oh my god, the moon is huge. I don't remember the moon being that big on the source.
Bratiska's around is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry and she will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well.
Oh man, oh look how cute it is. Look at the little baby Amaro. Oh my god. Oh my god, I really want one of these. I still haven't got my Amaro on my main. I got a ways to go. It looks like unnaturally small. I didn't even realize that they resized it for I mean for dwarves. Probably hit 80 just before starting the Mount Golg dungeon. No, probably 80 way before then. I'm like nearly 79 now. I'm like 2/3 of the way through 78. Oh, you're delivering our Amaro to us. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one's going to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duty, Zeli Xanthiu, who encountered trouble on the path. Certainly here, I'll set you right-wise. It is adorable, isn't it? Isn't it just? Oh, I can't idle cam while I'm traveling. That sucks. I thought if I was like auto running, I might be able to iCam during or shortly after Katana. I reckon it'll be way before then. Honestly.
Ah, the last Amaro. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Ha! So that is the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the hostile Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. First thing you want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way.
Okay. New relic quest info we got today. Is he really hyped for the new relic? Oh, me too. I'm really excited for it. You're wondering how quickly they'd pick up on the Ivalice loose ends? Yeah, I was wondering if they would at all, to be honest. But the fact that not only are they making it a sequel, that they've also got Matsuda on the helm as well is like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good.
So, it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. Oh no, thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you.
Alright, let's do it. Let's get to it.
In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it in on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I'm sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed.
You hope we'll see female Hrothgar? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. We might see Gunhilda. That'd be pretty cool, right? Oh, I would be surprised, but it would be very cool. You know, I had all the people in the first have Cockney accents. God, I wish they used rhyming slang too, because that'd be amazing. Oh my goodness. So, you think one of the shards, they all have Australian accents? I mean, we hear lots of people speaking in the verse, and they don't, like, they super don't have Cockney accents. I mean, some of them do. Most of them have that very kind of Eorzean English accent. And then the Vís and the Hrothgar have got, like, Icelandic accents. Yeah, I'm really excited for Bozja. I think that instance looks super interesting as well. Tonight, Mario just bit my head off. I accidentally spilled some fodder in my beard, I think. The Amaro fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready, and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Hell yeah. Well, I imagine, James, that probably, you know, in eras long bygone, the Elezen spoke French, or, you know, whatever French is called on Heidelin. Elezen. I don't know. And the names are just a kind of, sort of remnant of that. Don't forget the Aetherite. Did I not already attune to the Aetherite? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Good. Alright, let's do it. During the operation, some of you can be glad, but your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Yeah, I think so, Raviel. I think it's gonna be some sort of Tartarus nonsense going on there. If I had to guess, because it seemed kind of like the anti-tower, right? What was going on?
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
Sound the alarm!
I love that reaction. Like, oh no, that's unfair. that's bullshit. Oh no, my beard. No one look. No one look at my face, alright? Chat, just ignore that. It's not canon, alright?
Captain, The powder has taken effect.
What you're seeing on Chungo's face right now, that is not canon.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Look at them. Look at them staying next to each other. You know, it would be so good if I just like walked past the small one and got on the big one now. This is like, you know what? No. You know what? You know what? Lena, you can take the small one, alright? You're gonna patronize me like that? You can take the baby one. Alright, Team Dancer, here we go. See if you can keep up, Lena. Unbelievable. Where's my... I got it on... Oh, there it is.
For the Crystarium!
Man, all these single player instances have been so good in this expansion. Keep close to the wall. Oh, I see. I remember. Wait for me! My legs are very small. Yeah, get him, Alizé! Hell yeah. Alright, let's take this healer out first, say. These guys aren't quite grouped up enough for AoE. Me too, Zuma, me too.
Leave this to me.
Oh, here we go.
Let's give them a show.
I did, Extrosis. I did. It's so exciting. I really did not expect them to make the Relic Weapon series a sequel to Return to Iblis. Like, that's so wild to me. Man, I should put exit lag on here. I'm getting a little bit of latency connecting to Primal. What, you think we're gonna get to FanFest and they're gonna say, sorry, no new healers? Oh, I don't know. I think they'll do a new healer. I think it's about time. They continue that hint from the end of Ivali's storyline. Yeah, with Gabranth, and no doubt with Tartarus. Hell yeah. Remind me after this instance, guys, to connect onto exit lang, just quickly restart the client. Please? Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. What kind of ping difference do I experience with Exilac? Well, when I was back in Australia, connecting to Elemental, I'd get about 250 without it and about 110 with it. And the difference from Norway to the North American server seems to have been about the same. Kind of roughly halves my ping. And also just makes like, it just like cuts out all the packet loss and the stuff that kind of you really sort of feel the difference with. Playing on light, I don't need any kind of VPN from here, but when I'm playing on this character, it's nice. Oh shit. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Oh, this guy's so cool. He's such a cool baddie. My main on light is on Odin. You will return to Yulmore. You've been very, very naughty. So, does anyone have any theories as to why, despite... I mean, we're talking about it a little bit before, how despite being a sundered soul, Ranjit is so powerful. He's either got like a bunch of Umbral Ether in him somehow, from, you know, meal or some kind of Sin Eater sorcery, or else, I mean, obviously, like, part of it has got to be his soul fusion with this dragon, but like, how much of it is that? And why does that give him so much power? Like, are these Midgard Zormer descended? Or what? What's up? He's just level 80 or something. Right, I'm talking about you know, lore reasons. There's always lore reasons for stuff like this, okay? Woo. I mean, to be fair, like, he does not give us nearly as much trouble as Xenos did when we first fought Xenos. Where have I got arm's length? There it is. Okay, that just didn't work.
Why do you persist in this folly?
He's trying so hard just to get one of these hits on me. He's like, this fucking little dwarf is so slippery. Jeez.
It's over.
Oh, okay.
Know your folly.
No, I'm good. Like, nearly completely healed up there.
You, boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
My turn!
Holy shit.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
What if I am?
What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
No one expects Allergan magic on the first. Bye!
Strike!
It might have been Ronkin, but that's an Allergan cube. That's Allergan. I think his staff is Ronkin. His staff looks very Ronkin. It's probably a bit of both. But those runes are definitely Allergan, I think.
Than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
Mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds.
Oh, just sitting up there with the popcorn.
Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Yeah, I like his theme too. It's very cool. So to be clear, we now know that this other way is letting us absorb all the light wardens.
Here in the shadow of the northern ranges.
And then using that like directly to finish the flood, right?
A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest.
And the same way, it's so confused by this. You think he knows about the chairpot on the Crystal Tower? No.
These lands have become a haven for Fey folk.
No, the Crystal Tower doesn't have those capabilities. As we find out in Twinning, it takes like 200 years worth of Garlon Ironworks
we should be safe enough here.
Engineering to make the Twinning, to make the Crystal Tower capable of doing what it does now.
It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
And time travel is power that is as yet out of reach to the Ascians.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way.
Yeah, they don't know about it, and that is no doubt the main reason why Exarch sends us into the Twinning to destroy it with some pretense about it malfunctioning, is because, you know, now that his hand has been revealed, it has to be certain that the Ascians can't get a hold of it.
What brought you to Laxon Loft?
I started this character from level 1 here. Yeah.
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move.
Well, Gespenst, the Alligans learned what they learned from Omega, and Omega is, from as far as we know, beyond the Sundered Shards. So a place outside of what the Ascians knew, outside of this star, the Ascians' unsundered star, from another place entirely. And the Alligans would have learned things that the Amratines were not privy to. Because the Amratines, they never needed to do stuff like cloning and engineering and all that sort of stuff, because they had creation magic. What need would they possibly have of a scientific approach to these problems?